Mr. Sir's new business associate has a somewhat checkered past. To wit, not one, but at least two female objects of his affection are now deceased.
Give me the details.
Well, the most recent one, Oksana Valeria, evidently she and Karpov were engaged in a session of carnal pleasures on the balcony of a 10th floor hotel. The sexual acrobatics combined with copious amounts of alcohol allegedly led to her losing her balance and plunging to her death over the railing. Or she was pushed. Well, there's another woman, well, there was another woman, Olga Cheshnikov. She, too, met with an untimely, violent death after an association with the Russian rogue of the underworld.
So he's never been arrested?
There's no evidence.
He's got money, paid people off, Spinelli.
It is obvious that Comrade Karpov has no respect for women, and that's a character trait which Mr. Sir would certainly not approve. So perhaps if the not-so-retired one was enlightened, maybe he would avoid this disastrous alliance.
I want to know what product Karpov is shipping, okay? I want to know who he's working with in the States. I want to know how he pays his people. I need to shut this guy down before he gets a foothold in Port Charles.
Forgive the Jackal's contradiction, but if step one is to find out what's in the shipments, then perhaps the cyber world is not the place where we need to be. A harsher, more informative reality is called for.
What are you talking about?
Well, we need to leave the safe confines of our inner sanctum and converge on the lair of the Russian rogue himself. In other words, the grasshopper and the master must conduct a stakeout.
Stakeout's a waste of time.
Yeah, but we could hide under cover of darkness, bring snacks.
You know what? Quit it with the snacks, okay? I'm going to send somebody else to stake out the warehouse he's using, all right?
You know, Jackal PI is quite capable of field surveillance work. In fact, he relishes it.
Well, the Jackal PI needs to be right here because this is what you do. You're better than anybody.
Yeah, but that is what you trust me to do. I know that you doubt my physical prowess, but I have learned at the feet of the master, and I just wish to spring into action and...
I don't want to risk you getting hurt.
I wish to risk myself. I know you have reasons to doubt me, but
you know what? You can't walk in here anytime you feel like walking in here,
If I didn't, who would stick up for Spinelli? I hope you're not coming down on him for telling me about that Karpov stuff. I'm gonna keep your stupid mob secrets for Spinelli's sake. Don't worry, Spinelli. If I could keep my mouth shut about Lulu being a murderer, I could keep quiet about pretty much anything.
Now is not the best time to challenge Stone Cold.
Please, like Jason's ever in a good mood.
He needs to keep his mouth shut. He's putting you at risk.
Hey, I can keep a secret, okay? Considering all the stuff I've covered up, I mean, you can call me an expert.
The Jackal does not mind danger. In fact, he relishes the opportunity to dive right in. And
you stop jumping on the chair. You're going to hurt yourself.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Morgan, but Mr. Jax is out of town, and I thought this was important.
What, did something happen with Carly?
She left the hotel with a guest. It said she was going for a drive.
What guest?
Andrei Karpov.
You can activate the GPS in Karpov's car all the way from here?
It's child's play, really.
You really are a genius.
Well, since the esteemed Marty was astute enough to provide the license plate number of the...
Okay, I need you to focus right now and tell me where Karpov's taking Carly.
Give Spinelli a little credit.
Okay, I need you to be quiet or are you going to leave?
Karpov and the Valkyrie have reached their destination. The vehicle is no longer moving. Oddly enough, it's the warehouse I mentioned for surveillance.
Okay, I'm going to go get Carly.
I will provide backup!
No. I'm going by myself. But you did good. Okay? Thank you.
Jason's right, you did great. He would be lost without you.
Yeah, my cyber dominance is well established, but it's obvious it's the only thing that Stone Cold thinks I'm good for. In his eyes, I am a dust mite, unfit for the feats of daring do that I so wish to accomplish.
I believe you can tell about a person from their body language.
Back off. Nice and slow.
Mr. Morgan, what brings you to my warehouse?
You have one warning. Carly is off limits. You lay a hand on anyone under my protection again, and you're dead.
I don't want any trouble with you. And I remain charmed.
you. Said you wouldn't do anything about Karpov.
No, I did not. I said I wouldn't do anything as far as Sonny was concerned, and I knew I could get information that would help you.
Two of Karpov's girlfriends died violently, probably murdered by him, Carly.
He just wanted to take me for a drive. That's all he wanted.
That's not all he wanted.
Oh, okay, so he wanted to have sex with me. He wanted to lie in this room with jewels and furs and buy me some sports car, but I said no.
Okay, you should have never gone near the guy in the first place.
I had to go near Karpov so I could steal his PDA.